Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
The Knesset voted to formally approve Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's appointment as permanent defense minister late Monday evening. This after Netanyahu had taken on the defense portfolio last month when Israel Beitenu leader Avigdor Lieberman resigned from his position and the coalition in protest of Israel's policies in Gaza. But under Israeli law, when a minister leaves his position, the portfolio automatically passes on to the prime minister for a maximum of 3 months until a new appointment can be made, or in this case, until the prime minister gets formal approval from the Knesset. Well, Netanyahu now currently holds, in addition to the prime minister's office, a total of 4 government portfolios: the foreign minister, defense minister, health minister, and immigration and absorption minister. The vote Monday night encountered staunch criticism from the opposition and only narrowly passed with a majority of 59 in favor and 56 opposed, however. Jewish Home Party leader Naftali Bennett and his number 2 Ayelet Shaked, who earlier said they would abstain from the vote, ended up supporting Netanyahu, though. Last month, Bennett demanded that he receive the defense portfolio, threatening to otherwise leave the coalition and topple the government. But in the end, he retracted this ultimatum. Yesh Atid party leader Yair Lapid also harshly criticized Netanyahu, though, and said, quote, "Israel can't allow him to stay," end quote. He added that in looking at his first month on the job as defense minister, he had failed to keep Israelis safe amidst a wave of Palestinian terror attacks. Opposition leader Tzipi Livni cited Netanyahu's, quote, political weakness as well, and said that while he makes promises for security, in reality, this was not the case. Launched in early December, IDF Operation Northern Shield has now exposed and publicized a 4th Hezbollah terror tunnel crossing the blue line from Lebanon into Israel. The tunnels, which Israel believes are just a fraction of the total that were dug, constitute a clear violation of the ceasefire agreement in UN Resolution 1701 and were dug with intent to attack Israel and Israelis. And now officials from UNIFIL, or the United Nations Interim Forces in Lebanon, have finally agreed too. On Tuesday, they confirmed the existence of all 4 tunnels exposed thus far, concluding that, quote, after further technical investigations conducted independently in accordance with its mandate, UNIFIL at this stage can confirm that 2 of the tunnels cross the blue line. These constitute violations of UN Security Council Resolution 1701, end quote. Now all that remains is for UNIFIL to demand that Lebanon do something about it. Lebanon's President Aoun, Prime Minister-designate Hariri, and several others have indicated that they would work to comply with the UN's directions. But their commitments haven't been specific, and no actions have yet been taken. Israel, meanwhile, is asking the international community for tougher sanctions on Iranian-backed terror group Hezbollah, which dug the tunnels, and for pressure to be added on Lebanon as well to push for Lebanon's army to aid in Operation Northern Shield from the Lebanese side. But so far, only Russia has reportedly pressured Lebanon to comply with Israel's request. The United States has supported Israel's operation to protect its sovereignty, but has held back from fully pressuring Lebanon to act. And UNIFIL troops have been deployed to maintain stability along the border in the meantime. Operation Northern Shield is set to take many more weeks to complete, with an unknown number of tunnels yet to find. RONA Ramon, the widow of Israeli astronaut Ilan Ramons and the mother of Israeli Air Force pilot Asaf Ramon, who was killed in a training accident at the age of 21, died on Monday at the age of 54 following a battle with pancreatic cancer. Despite the terrible tragedies that had befallen her family, Ramon, who is a mother of 3 additional children, became a symbol of hope and perseverance for many in the country over the last 10 years. Her husband, Ilan Ramons, was killed in 2003 on board the Columbia Space Shuttle, which disintegrated during re-entry. But after, RONA Ramon spent the better part of the last decade honoring the memories of her husband and son through the establishment of the Ramon Foundation, which inspires young Israelis to strive for academic excellence and to pursue their dreams. Her death also brought an outpouring of condolences and well wishes from Israel's public as well as the political elite, including President Reuven Rivlin, who said that, quote, Ilan and Asaf touched the sky, but RONA touched our hearts. And finally, at the request of the family, RONA will lie in state at the Perez Center for Peace and Innovation in Tel Aviv Jaffa on Wednesday morning so that people can pay their final respects. Somewhere on the moon between the landing sites of Apollo 15 and Apollo 17, another incredible mission to our lunar body is soon set to arrive. But it isn't the Apollo 16, it's the Israeli BERESHEET or Genesis spacecraft. According to Ido Antebi, the CEO of SpaceIL, which led the project, the craft is now completely built, tested, and will be ready to ship to Cape Canaveral in a few weeks' time for launch. All that was left to do was close the cover and install the final component of the craft, a digital time capsule. On the capsule, a singular disk, are files of children's drawings, photos, and other such information on human culture and history. The BERESHEET craft is set to take off from Florida in a few months on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, and it's scheduled to arrive in a so-called soft landing, If successful, Israel would be the fourth country to ever carry out this type of descent onto the surface of the moon with an unmanned craft. This will also be Israel's first longer-range Israeli spacecraft of this type. It stands at about 1.5 meters or 5 feet tall and has 4 carbon fiber legs. Then, in addition to the time capsule, the BERESHEET will also carry a device that will measure magnetic fields.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.